Idia is often referencing his various interests, which seem to mostly be anime, manga, video games, movies, toys, puzzles, music and Halloween. His love of anime is largely covered in the Harveston event, where he invites himself to Appel's hometown because it is the setting of Sled Over Heels, a decade-old anime for which he owns all the DVDs and books. Idia references the anime often during the event, retracing the footsteps of the characters and making a wish to take 100 photos of sights from the show. At the end of the event it is revealed that Appel's grandmother was the basis for one of the lead characters, and Idia asks her for a photo and autograph.
神アニメと出会えばその後の人生ガラッと変わるまでありますと。
Idia is also familiar with figures, saying that well-made figures aren't just toys, they're works of art, and lecturing Ruggie on their value as well as getting some as souvenirs for Ortho. Idia references a favorite manga of his throughout the Phantom Bride event, but it is never named. He is also a fan of movies, saying that he would like to one day visit the location where one of his favorite movies from his childhood was filmed. The first Halloween event involves a lot of information about Creepy Hollow, a B-grade horror movie upon which he bases both his costume and the entirety of Ignihide's presentation for campus visitors. Idia is regularly annoyed by visitors to the display, particularly those who talk like know-it-alls about a movie they've never even watched. Idia's favorite idol group is a mega-popular trio of ladies with veteran-level dance moves and real mature vocals. The idol group, Precipice Morai, or Primo for short, puts on concerts that go for 72 hours straight. Idia explains, they look old and decrepit, but their hype level gives teenagers a run for their money, and they're doing this because they solemnly accept the threads of fate they're given. The group is possibly inspired by the fates from Disney's Hercules. Idia exhibits an uncharacteristic amount of enthusiasm during Vargas camp, which he reveals to be from watching Primo's official show. He says he has provided Azul with some of their music before, but Azul points out that all he did was buy 10 CDs for a purchase bonus and then shove them into his arms. Jamil happens upon Idia dancing along to a Primo concert on his tablet and pretends to be a fan in order to get Idia to teach him the moves for use in Fairy Gala. Idia dubs him a fake fan for not being familiar with glowing, but ultimately agrees to teach him how to do it. Ortho says Idia dances and shouts in front of his tablet all the time, in addition to singing along with anime opening songs and video game theme songs.
化け物名曲「運命の糸をぶった切れ」をかけたら飛び起きて変な振りで踊り出すのに。
Idia is also a fan of puzzles, completing 3 3D puzzles at high speed during Harveston, including one that took the merchant a year to build that he assumes would take the average person 10 years to put together. While unimpressed with the kitty stuff, he still buys a puzzle designed like a cat, complementing the handiwork. Idia mentions playing dating sims and says that he is familiar with all the popular fan ships in video games and manga. You might even call me an expert. He also mentions games with ranking-based events and login bonuses, as well as a game based on the in-universe anime, Sled Over Heels. He also plays MMOs and first-person shooters, including an RPG and a shoot-them-up game that he plays with Muscle Red. He also mentions Gacha, a toy collection and mobile games.
崖物配信を見逃したりとか。
どんな天変地異に巻き込まれてもソシャゲのデイリーだけは切らしたくないって。
After 11 hours, 35 minutes, and 6 seconds of work he chooses to play a video game rather than sleep, explaining, gaming energizes me. The game that he selects is Star Rogue. It is a game that Idia and Ortho played as children that was adopted into a movie, leading to the announcement of a sequel, but after the development team had a falling out, the game was cancelled. In Book 6 Idia says that he is still holding out hope that they will get their miracle, the Star Rogue sequel. That is Idia's wish in the Wish Upon a Star event, which he ends up indirectly granting for himself. The original development team miraculously gets back together after seeing Ortho's meteor shower, which was both conceptualized and produced by Idia. On both servers Idia calls it a star-sending miracle, and Idia's use of the word miracle is interesting, because after Book 6 Rook changes his nickname for Ortho, from Monsieur Doll to Monsieur Miracle. Monsieur Wonder en Yen. Idia describes the plot of Star Rogue in its entirety in Book 6.
これは ある一人の男が本当のヒーローになるまでの物語である。西暦1997年、ティターン星雲より進行してきたクロノス軍の支配下に置かれた惑星ガイアは混沌の中にあった。侵攻により滅ぼされたかに思えたガイア王朝。しかしクロノス軍の目を欺くため身を隠し身分を偽り育てられた一人の王子がいたのである。養父母により自らの出生の秘密を聞かされた王子は本当の両親とガイアの平和を取り戻すべく一人旅立つのであった。デレデデーン。
Idia may have an unusual amount of luck of which he is unaware. He manages to purchase the last lucky bag of the year from Sam's store, hoping for an amazing ticket that he wants to trade for a t-shirt autographed by his favorite idol group, and items sold only at live concerts that cannot be bought online. Instead of the amazing ticket, however, Idia just happens to get the shirt itself, once again getting exactly what it was that he wanted, just not in the way that he had anticipated.